Alright, what's up everybody? Coach Reese here. This is going to be Tuesday, August 11th workout. So, we get a little bit more strength today. We got a little bit of a back squat, 2 rep max back squat, right? So we're going to have 20 minutes to get a 2 rep max back squat, which is plenty of time to be able to set up for a 2 rep. Just make sure you guys give yourselves adequate time between each set, just to rest, make sure you're nice and good before you go into your next one. We also got the Metcon today. We got a 9-minute clock. It's not a very long time, guys, okay? So we're gonna start off with an 800 for the guys, 600 for the ladies, meter row. And then we got 25 sit-ups, 20 back squats, that's pulling from the ground, and then max meter row with remaining time, right? So we're looking to get through all this work, and the remaining meters in row that you have is going to be your score, right? So we want to get to this as quickly as we can so we have enough time to get as many meters as we can, since that's going to be for our score, right? So warm up, okay? You're going to use a rower, right? We got 2 minutes. Every 30 seconds you're going to increase the pace, and then you're going to go into some work with the halo bands. Coach is going to go through a set of movements with the halo bands with you. And then once you get done with the bands, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do 1 round alternating groiners, 10 alternating lunge with twist, a tempo air squat, and an empty barbell doing king squats. Okay. So if we're at home, right, we got a couple odd objects or maybe even a dumbbell. You know, we can kind of manipulate some of the stuff. Obviously, for when it comes to the warm-up purposes, I'm going to show you a couple things to do. If you don't have a band at home, you can just use your own body, right? And in rowing, what we'll do is we'll just kind of run, right? So we'll go ahead and we'll kind of do a nice good run, do about 200-meter run, and start kind of increasing the pace. And then we'll have you do that 2 times, okay? So about every 100 meters or so, kind of pick up the pace a little bit. So let's go ahead and go over these movements, guys, and then we'll get right into it, okay? All right, guys, so we already started off with the warm-up. Remember, it's 2-minute row, or we're going to do total 2 minutes of running, and every 30 seconds we're going to increase the pace. Now, halo bands, you know, what we have is we have a little bit of a band that's going to go around your knees. We're going to kind of work those hips. If we don't have a band at home, that's completely fine. Some movements that you can do to kind of get your hips and your glutes ready. There's some glute bridges. Right, so we're going to lay down, we're going to drive our hips up, push our knees out, make sure we get a nice good contraction on those glutes and hips. Come back down. We can even go into a single leg glute bridge. Just extend one leg, drive through with the heel, same height, right? Come back down, back up, right? We can also do clamshells. We're going to bend our knees, feet stay in contact with each other. I'm just going to drive my knee all the way out so I feel that hip, right? Come back down, drive it all the way out. Just kind of pause for me for each one of those, okay? Now, we can also do some things as if like sideline leg lifts, right? That's lying on our side, legs all the way out. I'm going to go ahead and kind of point my toe down, keep my legs locked out, and I'm going to lift it straight up, right back down. Straight up, right back down. What we don't want to see is we don't want to lift it up so high to a point where my foot and my leg are starting to come out in front. We're just lifting it straight in the air, okay? So once you get that work done with you guys, remember we're going to go to 1 round and alternating groiners. So remember, we kind of start with that plank position, get that foot, drive it all the way up to that hand, guys. We push that knee out, we drive that hip into the mat, and we just kind of pause for a second, then we switch to the other side. Then we also have the lunge with the twist. So I'm going to go out to the lunge, come straight down. I'm going to rotate to the side that my leg is up on, right? If I need a little bit of assistance, you can use that hand to kind of pull and twist just a little bit further, okay? Then we got tempo air squats, okay? So 3 seconds on the way down. So 1, 2, 3. We're gonna pause, 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna come up, 1, 2, pause for 1 second, and then we go back into 3 seconds at the bottom of that squat. Then we're gonna grab our barbell, right? And we're gonna go ahead and do a king squat, right? So soft bend in the knees, send the hips back like a good morning. Once you get that nice good tight hamstring, I'm gonna go ahead and bring my hips down to that squat. Go back into that, start with that good morning. Drive the hips forward, okay? We have 10 of those, right? So we're just gonna go through one round of those. Now, the strength portion, we have a 2-rep mat back squat, which you will be picking out from the rig. So you will get it off the rig, you'll step back, feet shoulder width apart, take a nice big deep breath in, set the hips back, drive down, push the knees out, sit in that good active bottom position, and I'm gonna drive through with my legs, making sure I'm pushing my knees out the entire time, standing up nice and tall, and then going back into it again. Okay, so we have a 2-rep max back squat, which is essentially going to be the same thing that you're going to do when it comes to the actual Metcon. We just have to pick it up from the ground, right? So when we do back squats in the Metcon, the first thing we have to do is we have to clean it up. Right? We're going to stand it up. We're going to go ahead and do kind of like a push press, and then receive it, right? And now we're ready for the back squat, right? Making sure there's no one behind you, we need to get off of it, okay? Either if it's too heavy, we can let it roll back, okay? Just be cautious of people around you, or, just kind of go in reverse, right? Do a push press from behind the neck, right? And we can come back down from there, okay? So, depending on the weight, how heavy, how fatigued we are, will depend on which one you want to do, okay? Then we got sit-ups, right? So we kind of have an ab mat here if you need to. You can have your feet flat like so, or we can butterfly it. Either way, I'm going to come all the way down, shoulders are going to touch. I'm going to use my hands and arms to swing to get that momentum so I can get my shoulders further than my hips, right? And then we have a max meter row at the end, right? So, if you're doing the strength portion, maybe we don't have a barbell. We have dumbbells, good. We can do a front squat, right? Instead of doing, trying to find a 2-rep max, we may just not have the weight to do that. Let's go ahead and we'll do it every minute on the minute, okay? Then you get a good amount of front squats in, okay, with the dumbbells. I'm just holding it in the front, going like so, nice and vertical, guys. And then just make sure you give yourselves adequate time within that minute for rest, so that way you get to the next minute, you're already good to go. You're ready to get this, try to get the same amount that we got the first time, okay? Metcon, obviously if we don't have the rower, you have to run, okay? Go ahead, guys. Nice solid workout. It's a spicy workout. It's only 9 minutes long. So just have a good time with it. We'll see you there.